Alright, so in this section we will talk about Linux redirection, which means changing the default input and output flow of a command. In a Linux terminal, whenever we execute a command, it produces an output on the terminal screen. For example, date command, whoami command, ls command, right? So what is the default behavior in this case? To produce an output or result of the command on the terminal screen. Okay, this is also called as the standard output or std out flow. Now, suppose if I want to change this default behavior, for example, I want to save the result of a command in a file instead of displaying on the terminal. So how can I do it? For that, we can use the date command again. I will simply use date greater than sign and the name of the file. Let's say today date. The result of the date command will redirect to this file. Okay, and this file will be created. Enter, and if I check using the ls command, so this file has been created. If I read this file using the cat command, today date, so it will give me the output of date command. Now let's see the types of redirection. So there are three types: standard input, standard output, and standard error. So what is the standard error? So whenever we execute a command, so there are two possibilities. If it is successful, it will provide you or gives you the output, or if it fails, it gives you an error. Let's say if I try to read a random file, let's abc, which does not exist, so it will give me an error, no such file or directory. So this is a case of standard error. And these types of redirection also referred by their short name, that is stdin, stdout, and std error. So far we have already seen an example of stdout and std error, but what about the stdin? So let's see its example as well. Suppose I need to use the wc, which is the word count command. Okay, now to use this command, I also need to provide some data as the input, right? So that only it can count the words within that data. So what I can simply do, I can provide a file as the input to the wc command. Wc less than sign and the name of the file. So what basically we are doing? So we are providing the data of this file as an input to wc command. If I hit enter, it gives me the result. So one line, 6 words and 29 character, like that. Also you can check using the cat command, today date. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And also there are few commands, for example, the cat command. If you don't provide the name of the file, what it will does, it will be keep waiting for your input. So right now you will be providing the input using the keyboard. For example, hi. This is an input from the keyboard. Hit enter. So it will show on the terminal like the as an output. So this is a good example where you can see standard input and standard output at the same time. Let's say hello as an input and it gives me hello as an output. And to stop this, I will simply use Ctrl D. Okay. Now let's talk about the file descriptors. So we have already seen an example of each type of redirection. However, behind the scene, Linux uses file descriptor to keep the track of input and output stream. And each stream has a number, which we call it as a file descriptor. So for the standard input, the file descriptor is 0. For the standard output, the file descriptor is 1. And for the standard error, the file descriptor is 2. And these file descriptors help the system understand where to send and receive data. Let's better understand this with the help of this diagram. So when you are typing something with the keyboard and providing the input, it will be treated as the standard input, but the system only understands by the file descriptor, which is the 0. And after processing this input, it could either produce the output as the standard output with the file descriptor 1 or the standard error with the file descriptor 2. Now let's cover each type of redirection in more details, and starting with the standard output. And in this, the output of the command is shown in terminal. We have already covered this. And to route or redirect the output of a command to a file, we can simply use greater than sign, single time. Okay. But there is another case where we can use the greater than sign 2 times in order to append the file. Because if you are using the single time or the one time, So it will override the existing data of your file. Let's say if I redirect the output of the date command to a data file, okay, using the single greater than sign, hit enter, check using the cat command, data file, okay, our data is, so our output is there. And now if I want to redirect the result of who am I command in the same file, okay, so I will be using the single greater than sign and the data file, hit enter. Let's check by using the cat command, data file. So our previous data has been gone and our file has been overridden. Now in order to preserve our old data, okay, and just to append the new data, what we can simply do, let's say again use the date command, and this time I will be using the greater than sign twice like this, and our same file, data underscore file. And if I again check using the cat command, data file, so the data is appending. If I again do ls greater than sign twice and data file, so all the data will be appending in the file. Now let's talk about the standard error with the file descriptor too. So if any command gives you an error, then it is considered as the standard error. But in order to redirect the standard error, so there is a small difference. You will have to use to, which is the file descriptor of error, and then the greater than sign, so that system can understand that this is an error and this has to be redirected to a file. Let me show you on the terminal. Suppose if I try to change the directory in a random directory, let's say ABC, which does not exist, it will give you an error. Okay, but you can also assume or see this as the output of the command. Okay, so we have executed this command and it gives us this output, right? Now if I try to redirect ABCD, redirect using the single greater than sign and the name of the file, let's say error underscore file, it still gives me the result on the terminal. Now to redirect the standard error, you have to use the to greater than sign. Let's try this. So in this command, just use to and greater than sign. I hit enter. Now the error has been redirected to this file. Let's try to read this file, error underscore file. So see, but in case of the normal command, let's say the date command, if you use this to and greater than sign my data, the result was displayed on the terminal but not redirected. Now I hope you understood the concept of file descriptor in these cases. Alright, so there may be a cases where you have to redirect both the standard output and error within the file. So in that case, you can simply use, okay, so first the redirect to a file, and after then you also specify in this manner to greater than and 1, which means redirect both the standard output and error within this file. Let's try to use it, and for this I will be using the date command again, okay, greater than sign, and this time I will give the name of the file as out and underscore error, means both output and error, okay. And after this I need to also specify to greater than and 1. So basically I am telling the system that it should include both the output and the error. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now if I try cd abcd to a random directory, and again the same thing, hit enter. So in both the cases of the successful command execution and the error, it redirected the output to the file. Now if I try to read the file, cat out error, okay, so our file was overridden because we have used the single greater than sign. So if I use greater than sign twice, and if I again try to read the file, out error, so it will append the file. The point to be noted is both the standard output and error has been redirected in this case. This concept will be very useful in case if you are creating the automated script, okay, and you are also preserving the logs. Maybe it is successful or in case of the error. So in both the cases you have to preserve the logs, right? So in that cases you can simply use these method. So in last we do have the standard input stdin with the file descriptor 0, which simply means you are providing some kind of data as a input, or it may be via any way, like maybe you are manually typing, or you may be providing the input via the file, etc. Okay. And we have already seen the example of the input in the beginning of the section. So I think so we are good at this point. So this is all about the redirection in Linux.